WDSO Madison and W265CD Madison. Take us anywhere on the free iHeart Radio app. Talking Golf on the Golf Effect Network is on the air. Talking Golf is brought to you by American Transmission Company, ATC, helping you keep the lights on, businesses running, and communities strong. American Family Insurance, insure carefully and dream fearlessly. Oak Park Place, offering senior living options for the lifestyle you deserve, with amenities and services for a carefree, independent way of life. And by the Princeton Club, a premier health club that combines state-of-the-art equipment with a highly trained staff and convenient locations. Now, here are your co-hosts of Talking Golf, Dennis Tiziani and Paul Brown.
Welcome to Cherokee Country Club in Madison, along with Kevin Ryan, Dave McCann, Dennis Tiziani. I'm Paul Brown, another round of Talking Golf, and we're on the 18th tee here, Tiz. This is our last show of the season. It's hard to believe what started back in April comes to the final night here tonight. Another season of Talking Golf. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it has really been a lot of fun. I really enjoy it, and working with you guys has been great. In spite of everything anybody says, Paul, you're okay at this.
Well,
I thought I'd get that in there. You know?
I appreciate that. Well, the FedEx Cup is now history, and the champion is Rory McIlroy.
All right, Dan, thank you, Rory. A year ago, you were on this green, but the celebration and the cheers were for the guy you were playing with, Tiger Woods. Yeah. You have a huge smile on your face. Congratulations on the win. What was it like hearing your name chanted this time?
It was pretty cool. I must say, I didn't enjoy that walk last year like everyone else did. I played terribly. I got myself into the final group. I never took the fight to Tiger. Going up against the number one player in the world today, he got one over on me in Memphis, and I wanted to sort of try to get some revenge today. So to play like that, alongside Brooks and get the win the FedEx Cup. Yeah, it's awesome. It's amazing, how different things can be in a year.
You have become just the second player, along with Tiger Woods, to win multiple FedEx Cups. The first, however, to win it in this point system. So how would you compare the pressure of today versus 2016, the first time you won it?
Yeah, my goal today was to go and win, not the normal tournament, but win by even strokes, right? So, if everyone started on even this week, my goal was to just shoot the lowest score of the week. And I think with that birdie on the last, I did that. That's why I was still concentrating on it. So that was my goal going out. So, it was, it looked like it was a 3-horse race between Xander, Brooks, and I. And then, on the sort of middle of the back nine, it was just Xander, and I sort of was able to separate myself. But it's tough coming in. I made those 2 bogeys on 14 and 15, made a huge par save on 16. And then was able to birdie the last 2. So, such a cool way to end what has been for me a great season. I'll look back on this season, and there's been a lot of good things that I've done, and try to improve for next year again.
Last thing about this season with the new PGA Tour schedule, bookend big wins. The first big win came at the Players Championship. Now you end the season with the Tour Championship. How would you characterize your 2018-19 Tour season?
I think I've given myself so many chances, and to win 3 times is awesome. I feel like I could have won more, but to win the FedEx Cup again, to persist the whole way throughout the year, to keep giving myself chances even when I was
10 seconds, you got 10,
and not be denied. I'm very proud of myself, and I'm going to enjoy this one tonight.
It was quite a show. Congratulations, Rory.
Thank you.
You know what? And he can afford to enjoy himself this year on the golf tour with the $15 million that he won yesterday. $24.3 million this year playing golf. That's truly amazing, is it not? Really, when you think about it.
I can remember back in when I played out there, 1970, 71, 72. One of those years, there was a chairperson who said and made a comment then, someday you're going to play for $1 million in one. Was going to be $1 million in one tournament, and everybody laughed. Here we are.
For example, Adam Scott finished 6th. He got $1.9 million.
Yeah.
$5 million went to Shoffley, who finished second. Justin Thomas and Brooks picked up $3.5 million apiece, and Casey won $2.5 million. The guys that tied for 29th, Lucas Glover and Dustin Johnson, they earned $400,000.
That's good.
For finishing 29th and 30th. Where's all this going? Is this good for golf?
Well, I don't know. It's kind of like when Tiger and Phil were going to play for $10 million.
Yeah.
They didn't get any reviews. I don't know whether it does any good after a certain point in time. Is it really the money, or is it good golf? What is it for a pro golfer? Of course, they're measured by how much money they make. I mean, that's what the measurement is. But now it's so out of whack on one event. But it's good for them. I still feel bad for PGA professionals, many of whom are responsible for these young players playing, and they still are, whether it's their dad, Jay Thomas, or somebody there. And there's not one dime of retirement income for these people. I think I told you before. My brother and I, my dad, 150 years here, and there's no retirement income. And that's a little bit sticks for me, that some of that, excess money, whatever they have, would take care of a lot of people who are in the business of teaching and playing.
And devoted their entire lives to making people better players and that type of thing.
And, they're doing it, a lot of stuff for free. I've operated this way for a long time. I mean, you find your gift and then you give it away. That's a true way of doing it. In my particular case, I do that. And some can't really afford to do it, but we do it. But the point I guess I'm trying to make is that it's a little bit out of whack, But
yet the sponsors wouldn't pay that money if they weren't, in the long run, it wasn't a good business decision.
You would think so.
Yeah.
But then, who's really paying in the long run? I mean, I understand about sponsors and business and people like that, but the business runs because people are using the product. So something isn't right in that whole deal. However, feel good for this fellow. I'm not opposed to a foreigner winning. It's nice. He does good. He's good for golf. Koepka kind of gave it away just a little bit. I think he did. But you got to give Guy credit. I mean, he won the first big tournament. He wins the last one. And he's been playing halfway decent all year. I think his life is very good, changed around, his marriage, on and on and on. Good for golf.
Justin Thomas made an interesting comment about having the lead, so to speak, going into the tournament. It was really weird and hard thinking about it on Thursday and looking ahead. I don't know how anybody else felt, but I had a pretty hard time playing the normal way that I play. It's hard to just imagine anybody starts at zero when you really don't, referring to the fact that he was 10 under, so to speak. He just felt, basically, it felt really different.
Yeah. Well, but keep in mind, he's coming off winning the week before.
Sure.
So hard to win 2 in a row like that. So how much energy did he burn in winning this first one? How much do you have left? I think that it's kind of flat a little bit. He played great.
And one of the special guests we're going to have on the show tonight is Mike O'Reilly, who's the PGA Director of Golf and Operations Manager at Whistling Straits. And we're going to talk about the junior golf program that they got going there, because high school golf is going on. Their program is unbelievable. And he's also involved with the Ryder Cup. And we'll have Mike on after this time out on the Golf Effect Radio Network.
This brown bag lunch, this staycation, this do-it-yourself oil change, this second shift at work. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your first home a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. For home, auto, life, and business. Visit amfam.com to learn more. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hi, this is Dave Gary for the Princeton Clubs. No matter what your health and fitness goal, we've got a plan to help you get there. Just listen to a few of these experiences.
I have a history of a binge eating disorder, along with that depression and anxiety and being overweight and high cholesterol. I've lost 100 pounds. I'm off of blood pressure medication. My cholesterol levels are normal. But even more than that, my mental health is better. I don't struggle with depression anymore. I'm a better mom. I'm a better nurse to my patients. I'm a better wife. My family and I joined the Princeton Club sometime in 2016. I come to the Princeton Club for a better quality of life for myself
Mike's
and
on.
my family.
That's incredible. At the Princeton Clubs, with all our amenities and so many ways to get you in better shape, I'd like to invite you to come in, let us know what your goals are, and let's make it happen together. There's never been a better time to be a member of the Princeton Clubs, voted Madison's best health club year after year. Visit PrincetonClub.net for a free trial membership.
At American Transmission Company, we help operate the most complex machine in the world, the grid. We know electricity is a necessity, and we help deliver it to communities that need it. We're helping build a more efficient, economical, and reliable electric system. Our ingenuity and innovation help deliver electricity that powers lives today and tomorrow. American Transmission Company, helping to keep the lights on, businesses running, and communities strong.
W265CB Madison.
Right now, Cherokee Country Club is offering outstanding introductory golf memberships. You can join Cherokee as an individual member for $2,400. Depending on your age, you can get a family membership that starts at only $2,900. Check it out for yourself. What you're going to find is the best deal in Madison when it comes to joining a club. And by the way, your membership also allows you to use the outdoor pool. You can play tennis for court cost only and use all the facilities at the Princeton Club and go to the Madison Club. If you're a business, Cherokee offers a voucher program that allows you to purchase 20 rounds of golf, good for 18 holes with golf car for only $1,500. What a great way to entertain your clients, customers, or employees. Cherokee also offers memberships for swimming and indoor and outdoor tennis. And the public is welcome to use the driving range, restaurant, banquet facilities, and you can book a wedding there. For more information, call 249-1000 or visit the website at CherokeeCountryClub.net.
Wild Rock is Wisconsin's best-kept secret in golf. Just a short trip to the Dells, Wild Rock will have you feeling miles from anywhere with a secluded and scenic yet challenging golf experience. For the listeners of this station, you can play Wild Rock weekdays during the summer for $79, which includes golf, lunch, and a Wild Rock hat when you book online using promo code Madison. That's right, $79 for golf, lunch, and a hat when you book online using promo code Madison at wildrockgolf.com. That's wildrockgolf.com.
And we're back on Talking Golf on the Golf Effect Radio Network from Cherokee Country Club in Madison. Along with Dennis Tiziani, I'm Paul Brown, and joining us now is Mike O'Reilly, who is the Director of Golf Operations for Destination Kohler. And Mike is responsible for driving the growth in golf and on-course food and beverage operations at Whistling Straits. First of all, Mike, thank you for joining us, and welcome to the show. Let's talk a little bit about the Straits before we get into kind of what we're going to go over in terms of youth golf and what's happening in the junior program. And also, we're going to cover the Ryder Cup too. But the Straits has hosted national championships back in 2004, 10, and 15. Of course, the PGA, and 2007, the U.S. Senior Open. And, of course, we look forward to the Ryder Cup. But, Mike, what's happening over in that area at the Straits, and you've been there a long time, head golf professional for over a 10-year period and other responsibilities there. How do you how have you looked at the growth of that whole area and all the things that you guys are doing there to help the development of golf, not only on a state or a local, but a national and international level?
Well, yeah, great question, and thanks for having me, guys. It's good to spend a little bit of time with you. It's been a great honor, I guess, of mine for my career to spend the majority of my career here in Kohler, and I've seen a lot from the time I've been here. You know, when I first started with the Kohler company, it was just Black Wolf Run, and Whistling Straits was just starting to be built. So a lot of changes have happened during my time here. But as we've seen as of late, it's kind of spurred into growth of destination golf around the state of Wisconsin. So, you know, we're proud to be a part of that. You know, the state of Wisconsin has 10 top 100 public access golf courses. There's only one state that beats us, and it's California. So we are right up there with the best public golf in the entire United States, and it's truly become an international destination. So we're proud to be a part of that, and Black Wolf Run kind of started the whole thing back in the late 80s, and it's been a neat journey.
Mike Tiz here, he goes way back with Mr. Kohler, And thinking about it, Tiz, when you first got involved with him, met him, and then talked to him about what his future plans and those types of things were, what do you remember about the initial days of those discussions to taking it where they are now?
Well, he's a visionary, obviously. And you know my feeling about visionaries, they really don't work. They just have visions. And of course, if he's listening to this today, he's really going to give it to me. But we played a lot of golf together, spent a lot of time together.
Doesn't somebody owe somebody a quarter or something?
No, that's a different guy.
Oh, okay.
He collects his money right away.
Oh, okay.
You know, I was up there. Like we had a TV show that we did a while back, much like this show here. And of course, we did a show at Kohler. He was happy, but he was late, of course. And he came with his entourage, and we played the whole. It's the course, not the black. It's the one where the clubhouse. The 18th hole is right in front of the clubhouse.
It'd be the river or the Meadow Valley.
Yeah, it's Meadow Valley is where it is. Okay. So. Met him. Okay, we're going to play that hole, and of course, our bet is always $5. You know, that's all he can afford. I asked that. It's all you can afford is $5. So, but anyway, we go, and I said, "Okay, ready to go." He says to me, he says, "But I get 2 shots on this hole." I said, "Says who? Where? How do you get 2 shots on the hole?" I said, "Okay, we'll play. Okay, let's tee it up." "Oh no," he said. "Your tee is back there." He had another tee way back up. I tell you what, he had it all figured out. See. Don't you know he hits it in the water? So he makes 6, I make 4, we tie. Now we're standing in front of the cameras are going. And I said, "I'm not leaving town unless there's a winner." "Okay, we'll have a putt off." We flipped, I win. We went, as you faced the hole, we went way to the right, and the pin was back. So you had to run it almost through the fringe in order to get to it. So I putt first. It's about 50 feet. Boy, I putted up there. I was right under the hole, maybe about 3 or 4 feet. Now it's his putt. Damn it. If he doesn't go ahead and he putts inside of me and he wins. So now we're in front of the camera. He puts his hand out. I got to pay him $5 right in front of camera. That's my guy. I'll tell you what, he was by far, we had him on the show last year.
Yes, we did.
Yep. And we got off and we left, and I chatted with him after we got done. And he says, "You know, I really value our relationship." That's, you know, the kind of guy that he really is, and the vision that he had for golf. If it wasn't for him, Destination Golf would not have happened. Chances are he let it. Chances are it wouldn't have happened at this respect where it became such a value. So he's a special kind of guy, special kind of guy.
A lot of, I don't know if pride's a good word for it, but he's very proud of what we've been able to do here and what's happened in the state of Wisconsin, whether it be with growth of the game or championships that we've hosted. And, you know, it's really been a great journey for all of us.
It's really good. We got one more thing. You know, I talked to Pete, you know, Pete Dye. He was doing work there. So, you know, I said, "Boy, you're really doing a good job." He said, "Excuse me?" I said, "You're really doing a good job here." "Well," I said, "I know. There's not too much that you can do on your own. Mr. Kohler has to have his hand in it." So it was really cool, you know.
Mike, we're chatting with Mike O'Reilly, who's involved with PGA Director of Golf Operations at Whistling Straits. You talk about what's being done and what Kohler has done. You talk about facilities there nationwide, and you guys are doing a lot to help generate enthusiasm and growth of the players, and golf is a spring sport on the high school level, and you guys are really involved in that. Why don't you kind of go through that for us and give us a brief summary?
Yeah, for certain. That's something we're very proud of. You know, I think being the destination that we are, the company that we are, it's important that we do as much as we can to support you know, growth of the game initiatives and specifically junior golf. And, you know, a lot of times it costs us a decent amount of money to do it, and then we do it anyway. You know, we host probably 6 or 7 high school teams. It's their home course: Sheboygan North, Kohler, Sheboygan South, the North-South girls team. A lot of the other schools, we give them an opportunity to practice out here from time to time, or at least a chance to come, you know, play the golf courses, whether it be at Black Wolf Run or Whistling Straits. We employ several of the local coaches, whether it be the golf professional staff, or they work in our golf shop, or one of the gentlemen works on the grounds crew over at Black Wolf Run. So a really close tie to, high school golf in the area here, which is great. And then we have our junior program. We have about 175 to 200 kids a year that go through our junior program, aging from 5 and 6 all the way up to high school kids that are a little bit more advanced, maybe trying to play college golf. So that's a big program for us as well. And junior league teams, we participate in the junior league and donate several $1,000s every year to the first tee. We donate $1 per round on the straights course to the first tee, so it's roughly $25,000 annually to the first tee. So, we do a lot of things. We're happy to do it, and it's something we're very proud of, and we feel it's kind of our responsibility, as to be a steward of the game. If we didn't do these things, are we doing everything we can to help grow the game? And I think the answer would be no. So we feel it's kind of our responsibility being who we are.
Tiz, listening to that, you talk about trying to develop the game, get younger people involved, make them become better players. What more of a great example can you have from all of the different aspects, not only the golf course, but the instruction and then the helping out too financially and that type of thing?
Well, it's a big item. It's a big item that they're doing what they're doing, especially in that area. That area being the Northwest, but somewhat forgotten about good athletes and talent, because we recruited there when we were coaching from that area, and some of these kids came out of these, or young people came out of this junior program. But it's just the idea that somebody at the top of the game is taking the time and energy and effort to promote the game of golf the way it should be, and not promoting it in the sense of trying to get revenue for it, but providing revenue, and to give that kind of backing to First Tee, which is a special thing for us here too, is First Tee, is wonderful. And hopefully in the next, maybe the next 6 months, we'll have some real good news on First Tee also, without letting anything out of the bag, of course.
Oh, he's good at this. He throws that out there, and then he lets it just sit on the water and bob around a little bit, and then makes you wonder what
there's some great
about.
leadership there in the First Tee, and they're moving ahead where finally I think that it's going to really make a difference in what's going on. Not that it hasn't, however, now we're going to make another big step.
Mike, as you look at the development that you've done with junior golf and high school programs and that type of thing, what would you describe as the state of golf for young people in Wisconsin, and what do you see as you look ahead?
I mean, I think in general, the state of our industry and, over the past several years, sometimes you see some things that say golf is on a decline. I really don't think that's the case. And I think the industry is changing a little bit, like it always does. And the way people, whether it be beginner golfers or kids, the way they're introduced to the game of golf might be different than what it used to be. There's certainly the traditional route with maybe a junior camp or a junior program at your local course, or a place like us where you get introduced to the game. Some of them might be getting introduced to the game at a indoor simulator or a Topgolf experience, one of those two things. And then, I had fun doing that. Maybe that's my introduction to the game, and now I'm going to go out to the range and maybe take some lessons. So I think the way people get into the game might be a little bit different. But it provides these different golf opportunities, provide more opportunities in general for people to get introduced to golf. So I think we're in great shape. I know a lot of the Wisconsin PGA professionals around the state do a lot for the game of golf. It's it's not just us here in Kohler. That do that. We feel proud of what we do, but I know there's a lot of other guys and gals doing the same thing. So I think we're in great shape. We just got to keep plugging.
Well, and another, that's just part of your job over there, as I understand it. You happen to have an event coming in 2020. People may or may not be aware of this event. It's called the Ryder Cup. And what are you in charge of, like 6 different committees for the Ryder Cup? Did I read that correctly?
Yeah, that's accurate. So I'm working with several of the volunteer committees, including, like the marshals, player, or well, not just player, it's for the PGA Championship. It's mostly player, but transportation is another one. So kind of operational type committees that help us create, the best player and spectator experience, because really that's what we want to do. We want to do the best that we can at creating the best experience for all the stakeholders involved. So we're working hard at it. And then on, kind of on my operational side, as far as working for Kohler here, we're doing some things on the golf course to improve spectator flow, because the way spectators get around a golf course for a Ryder Cup is different than how they would do so for a PGA Championship or a tour event. Just because of the nature of the event and how play is played, it's going to be a lot different. So how can we make spectators get around the golf course as easy as possible? So we're kind of focusing on those things as we move into this fall and into next spring before we build everything on the golf course.
We're chatting with Mike O'Reilly. And Mike, from your perspective of being on the inside, you've been involved with golf for many, many years. But when you have an event like this for the average person who doesn't have a clue of understanding about what goes into this, is there anything that you think would be interesting, or you even sit back at your desk one day and go, wow, this is unbelievable what's all involved in this venture here, so to speak, with this event?
I do that every day.
I believe it. I believe it.
Every day, and look back and say, wow, this is unbelievable. So I've been fortunate enough to be involved with 4 major championships here. And, one over at Black Wolf Run, we hosted the 2012 U.S. Women's Open, and we also hosted the 98 U.S. Women's Open. So several events have happened here that I've seen. Now, I will say that the Ryder Cup's a little different. It's a little grander. There's a little bit more that goes into the planning process for it. So there are, the PGA of America, Kohler Company, the volunteers, all of the stakeholders involved, everyone that purchases corporate hospitality. There's so many people involved, and the PGA of America does such a great job organizing everything and working with us. Like I said, I'm in awe on a daily basis just how we can get this all together. But it's going very well so far. The planning has gone very, very well. We're very happy with where we stand from a volunteer standpoint. The ticket process has begun. And it's amazing the demand for tickets to the Ryder Cup, and it's a little bit different process than events that we've hosted in the past. So, there's just a lot that goes into it, guys. And for me to pick one out, it's hard to say. But the overall scope of the event is so grand, and it's so great to see all the people come together for it.
Well, and then there's the other thing, Mike. People can come over there and play the course, and fall is a beautiful time to come over there. You got anything special going for people that want to come over there and play yet this year?
Yeah, we do. Kind of, piggybacking on the Ryder Cup conversation, that's one thing to point out is the Straits course will be the first public access golf course to host the Ryder Cup in the United States since '91 at Kiowa. So we're proud of that. People have the opportunity to play the golf course before or after the Ryder Cup is hosted. But, this fall, specifically around October 7th, our rates start to drop. We've got discounted fall rates on both golf courses, and then they get really cheap October 21st for the remainder of the year. So the Irish and Meadow at that point are going to be $80. The Straits will be available for $190, and the River for $130 late in October and into November as well. So, great opportunity to get up here and play our golf courses if you want to play them again or if you've never played them before.
Well, Mike, we want to thank you for your time. And before we let you go, I just want to say this. If you want to see an impressive website for a golf course, check out the Straits.
Yeah, it is.
It's unbelievable, folks. It's got to be one of the nicest websites I've ever seen in terms of golf. So
Herb did that.
Who did that? Yeah,
Herb did that.
Well,
he probably ordered it done.
Oh yeah, knowing him, yeah.
We've got a great team over in our communications and marketing department, so they do a phenomenal job.
Mike, thank you for joining us, and the best of luck, not only on a yearly basis, but especially with the Ryder Cup. All the best to you. Thanks.
All right, gentlemen. Thanks for having me.
All right, Mike.
And we'll be back after this time out on the Golf Effect Radio Network.
This brown bag lunch, this staycation, this do-it-yourself oil change, this second shift at work. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your first home a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. For home, auto, life, and business. Visit amfam.com to learn more. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
How does your home bring you to life? At Oak Park Place, life comes to you. You'll find comfortable living spaces and spacious apartments with all the features you expect in a place to call home. And Helping Hands provides support when you need it. Visit oakparkplace.com to learn more about assisted living, memory care, and rehabilitation services at Oak Park Place, East Madison, Baraboo, Janesville, and our newest location in Nakoma, just off Midvale Boulevard. We're here to help. Oak Park Place.
It's time to play the University Wisconsin Golf Course University Ridge. Brand new bunkers and subtle design changes have only added to the excellent value of University Ridge, making it one of the best deals in the Midwest. The proud host of the American Family Insurance Championship is open to the public and one of the only PGA Tour Champion facilities that you can play for under $100. For rate information and to reserve a tee time, check out universityridge.com. Play where the Badgers and the pros play. University Ridge.
Hi, this is Paul Brown, longtime Badgers sportscaster. My wife was only 57 years old when she started having trouble remembering things at work and getting lost driving home. That was the start of a heartbreaking 8-year journey that led to her eventual passing from Alzheimer's. Please don't ignore the 10 warning signs of Alzheimer's. Know where Alzheimer's hides. Find information at alz.org/Wisconsin.
Sponsored by the Alzheimer's Association.
Driving rain, precipitation, downpour, cats and dogs. There are many names for bad weather, but to handle them, you only need one name. Mercedes-Benz with 4MATIC Permanent All-Wheel Drive. 4MATIC All-Wheel Drive enables better traction, giving you more certainty to negotiate surprises. So whether you're navigating slippery, wet pavement or tricky off-road puddles, it helps give you more confidence in a thunderstorm, a deluge, wet stuff. 4MATIC All-Wheel Drive is available on more Mercedes-Benz models than ever before. Get the 2019 GLC 300 4MATIC starting at just $42,700. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
MSRP for a 2019 GLC 300 4MATIC excludes all options, taxes, title, registration, transportation charge, and dealer prep. Options, model availability, and actual dealer price may vary. Always drive carefully, consistent with conditions. See dealer for details.
Test drive the Mercedes-Benz 4MATIC at Zimbrick European on Rimrock Road off the Beltline, or shop ZimbrickEuropean.com.
Hi, this is Dave Gary with the Princeton Clubs. A great round of golf requires the right club at the right time. Here in Wisconsin, the Princeton Club is the right club at the right time. If you want to improve your game, give us a call for custom golf fitness programs, or better yet, try us free during our open house going on now at all our award-winning Princeton Club locations. We work with all types of golfers to increase flexibility, core strength, stamina, and overall fitness. For more information, go to princetonclub.net.
We're back on Talking Golf on the Golf Effect Radio Network from Madison, Cherokee Country Club, Dennis Tiziani. I'm Paul Brown, and now we're going to wrap up our show here, the last show of the year, with the most informed media guy in the state of Wisconsin when it comes to golf. And you're not going to pick on Gary.
No, I'm not picking on him at all.
He's almost refused to come on the show anymore because you're picking on him all the time.
Yeah, right. We're his claim to fame. Are you kidding me?
What is his claim to fame?
Being on the golf show.
Oh, it is?
That's what I said. We are his claim to fame.
I don't know if
I'm not picking on him.
I don't know if Gary would say that. I would think all he's done in golf over the years, that's probably not his highlight.
Just think if it wasn't guys like us who make all the shots and make the news, he wouldn't even have a job.
Gary, I'm sorry. I let in the wrong way, I think.
Hey, I'd be covering Tiddlywinks.
That's right. You'd be covering
I have a job somehow.
Pickleball.
Hey, you did cover the State Open that was won by Dan Woltman at 18 under par, 270. That's pretty good, huh?
Man, he was the first 3 rounds. He was almost, I would say, flawless. He had 1 bogey in the first 54 holes and 18 birdies. He was 17 under, and then he struggled a little bit in the last round. He hit, made a double bogey on the very first hole and let Patrick Stolpe sort of back into the tournament. But he grinded away and shot 1 under with his, I would say, probably his C game. That's me saying that, not him. And won by 3 shots. His 4th State Open title. I know Tiz has got his name on that trophy. But yeah, he played some really good golf. Finished at 270, 2 shots behind the state record. I don't know if you guys know who holds it when it was set.
Bob Brew?
The record.
Bob Brew?
That's it. Bob Brew, 1959.
What did he shoot?
Brown County.
268.
268 at Brown County in 1959.
There you go.
As an amateur.
Give you the
Pretty
nose.
good.
Well, and Bob Brew won what, 5 times or 6 times? Manuel won maybe
won-
5, 6
won
times.
5.
He won
Yep.
5. So this guy's got to get going a little bit in order to catch up to Brew.
But Gary, that'll take you to your next point when you talk about Manuel. You got a little comparison you want to ask Tiz about.
Yeah, that was such a great generation of golfers with Bob Brew, Manuel De La Torre, Steve Caravello, Steve Bull, Tommy Veach. I don't know how much, I'm sure you saw some of those guys play, Tiz, but when you look at today's generation of Jordan Niebrugge, Charlie Danielson, Dan Waltman, some of these young kids coming up, is it fair to compare the generations? And if it is, which one would you say had the better top talent?
Well, this group has a lot of talent, the young group, but keep in mind these young people aren't working either. All those guys you mentioned had jobs, full-time jobs, doing work at clubs. And I played with all of them. Obviously, we played in the same groups and competed against one another, and they were really good. But this group, they're bigger and stronger. Equipment is different. They hit it a lot further. A course like you played on, I think. What was the name of the course they played the Open on there in Kenosha? Not Kenosha. Meadowbrook.
It was
Meadowbrook. Wasn't it?
They played it at Meadowbrook, but this year they played the State Open at Geneva National on the
Okay.
Palmer and Queen course. Yeah.
Even so, the guys that you mentioned, Manuel De La Torre, here he is. He's the first national PGA Teacher of the Year.
Yeah.
Now, these guys are good. There's no question about it. But this is what they do. All through high school, all through college, that's all they do is play tournament golf. Different than the guys you're talking about. Steve Caravello in his own right. I mean, I don't know, I must have played 1,000 rounds with him, and Harry Simonson, and so many with Manuel. I mean, that we played. Bobby Brew and I paired a number of times in final rounds, and they were special. But really, I happen to know Jordan Niebrugge, very well, and watch what he's accomplished and how they hit the ball. I mean, this guy, he hits a 3-wood as far as we hit a driver and a wedge, that type of thing. So they're a lot better. But keep in mind, that's what they do. That's all they do. And different than the guys that you're talking about here. Did they have the talent? They had a different kind of a talent. They had a service talent at their clubs. All were well known, very well liked, big teachers at their club. So they were promoting golf in a different way. They were doing it the way I did it, or am doing it. The other guys are doing it for golf. This guy Wiltman's a good player, a very good player. He's I got an opportunity to watch him practice, play a little bit, and he's a player more so than he is a striker of the ball. He hits the ball good and all that sort of stuff, but he can play. He's very competitive. And history at the schools that he went to, even here, very competitive, and to a point where he separated himself from that competitiveness from the rest of the team. But all the more power to him. You're going to hear about Niebrugge, and you definitely will hear about Danielson coming up. These guys are really good. I mean, Niebrugge was in the lead and very close to the lead in the British Open
for a while.
I mean,
right.
Come on,
Yeah.
So. Different era, different type of people, different mannerisms, different everything. They were more service orientated and more into their customers, more so than the players of today, where it's about them.
Gary, we talked to Tiz about this in the opening of the show, and you've covered golf for many, many years. What's your reaction to the FedEx and the outcome of that? Rory winning it one season, he makes $24.3 million, and 15 is paid to the winner of that. For somebody that's followed the PGA for all of those years, yes, from the writer's side and that type of thing, what's your reaction? What do you think when you see what happened over the weekend?
Well, you know, they keep tweaking the format, and it's changed again this year. And, you know, whether or not you think they got it right finally, because I don't think a lot of people still understand what goes on with the FedEx Cup and how it works and how the points work and how they, you know, gave guys scores to start the tournament of 10 under and 8 under and that sort of thing. But I will say I thought that this Tour Championship and this FedEx Cup series was, I think, as good as it's ever been. You had a great leaderboard. You had a great winner in Rory McIlroy. The golf course, Eastlake, played really tough. And so I thought, you know, they're getting more and more things right every year. I think it's still probably something that they're going to continue to tweak going forward, but I think they're getting closer to maybe what they want out of it. I don't know how Tiz feels about that.
Well, it is. You know, I had a hard time too. You know, you start a guy out -10. Where do you start a tournament out under par before you start? That's like giving him a handicap.
He had to sit on a 2-stroke lead for 4 days.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm sure that has a thing about it, but since, you know, it's a tournament, I mean, my way of looking at it, you all show up and thing. But he made an interesting comment, Rory did in that interview. My goal was to beat everybody in that tournament with the lowest score in that tournament, not necessarily with the handicap deal. So he had the right idea. And, you know, I think it's pretty good, but maybe it's getting, like you said, it's a little bit complicated. Pretty tough to start out a tournament -10.
Gary, 45 events this year on the tour, 41 different champions in 10 months. Do you like the new schedule? Any
I do. I know a lot of players don't like it. I know it's so compressed that that guys are finding it difficult to play a schedule when it's packed into fewer weeks. But I like it this way. I really do. I think I like that the season, you know, finishes before football starts, although they start up again in a few weeks. I don't think too many people pay attention to this fall shoulder season. I really don't. I think there's just too much competition in the sports world with college football and pro football. And I think golf kind of really takes a back seat in October, November in those events. But I do like the new schedule. I like that they finish before football. I actually like the majors, the way they're situated.
Absolutely.
They have, 4 in a row in 4 months.
Right.
I think
And
it's good.
PGA first.
Yeah.
I like that.
Except Wisconsin may never get a PGA, right?
Well, that's what they say, but maybe we'll change it again so it can be here. You know, as long, you know, I'm all for this business of major tournaments, major something once every 4 years rather than a tournament every week or every year. I think it's great. I'd rather play like they're playing now, Ryder Cups, U.S. Opens, U.S. Amateurs. I'd rather see that type of stroke here or that type of year rather than a regular tour event at our site.
Gary,
and one more bit of news, you guys. I don't know if you heard the Thornberry Creek LPGA Classic in Green Bay.
I was just honestly, yes, it was. It's
Good
right
thing.
here.
Good thing we got Gary here.
What is the latest?
Well, the latest is, the Oneida tribe, poured $2 million a year into the tournament, could never really find a title sponsor, and just they were losing money left and right on that thing. I thought it was a nice event. Very low scoring by the women on that golf course, Thornberry Creek, but that was kind of fun in a way. And it's too bad that they just could not get a title sponsor. I know IMG is still working behind the scenes, and there's talk that they're going to try to revive it. But I think once a tournament like this goes away, it's hard to bring it back. So just too bad that we lose a tournament like this.
Okay, one final one, then we're going to let you go. The President's Cup, the top 8 choices are in. Koepka, Thomas, Johnson, Cantley, Schauffele, Simpson, Kuchar, and DeChambeau. You're the final authority on picking the final 4, the 4 picks. Your candidates in logical order would be Finau, Woodland, Fowler, Reed, Mickelson, and Spieth. Who's 4 of the 6?
I would pick Reed. Obviously, he just won, and great competitor. If they can find the right partner for him, and it sounds like they have, and sounds like they like playing together. I don't think I would pick Jordan Spieth at this point. I think he's a little bit lost still. I like Tony Finau. I think he pairs well with a lot of guys, and he's got that power game. Who did I miss? Name a couple others.
Woodland.
Woodland. I think.
Or Mickelson.
No Mickelson.
You got to have a left-hander on there. You got to have a left-hander.
That's precisely
I'd say
it.
Woodland over Mickelson, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you guys. I've lost faith in both of you. Gary, thanks a lot. We've had a great year and a lot of fun with you, and you've provided us with a lot of valuable information about golf, and we very much appreciate it.
Very much so.
Really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Okay,
All right. That's Gary D'Amato, and we'll be back after this time out on the Golf Effect Radio Network.
This brown bag lunch, this staycation, this do-it-yourself oil change, this second shift at work. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your first home a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it for home, auto, life, and business. Visit amfam.com to learn more. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hi, this is Dave Gary with the Princeton Clubs. A great round of golf requires the right club at the right time. Here in Wisconsin, the Princeton Club is the right club at the right time. If you want to improve your game, give us a call for custom golf fitness programs, or better yet, try us free during our open house going on now at all our award-winning Princeton Club locations. We work with all types of golfers to increase flexibility, core strength, stamina, and overall fitness. For more information, go to princetonclub.net.
Hi, this is Pat Richter. Whether choosing to make assisted living or memory care home, Oak Park Place offers a lifestyle centered around activities you enjoy, all with neighbors that become like family. You'll find independence when you want it, assistance when you need it. Oak Park Place. Our Wauwatosa community is located just off the expressway. For more information, call 414-292-0398. Our Oak Creek facility is scheduled to open in the fall. Visit oakparkplace.com to learn more.
American Transmission Company moves electricity from where it's generated to communities where it's needed. Along the way, we help create an environment we can all appreciate. Animals find food in pollinator-friendly habitats we plant. Osprey nest on our platforms, and neighbors enjoy trails we help develop. At ATC, we care about the environment we all share. American Transmission Company, helping to keep the lights on, businesses running, and communities strong.
Right now, Cherokee Country Club is offering outstanding introductory golf memberships. You can join Cherokee as an individual member for $2,400. Depending on your age, you can get a family membership that starts at only $2,900. Check it out for yourself. What you're going to find is the best deal in Madison when it comes to joining a club. And by the way, your membership also allows you to use the outdoor pool. You can play tennis for court cost only and use all the facilities at the Princeton Club and go to the Madison Club. If you're a business, Cherokee offers a voucher program that allows you to purchase 20 rounds of golf, good for 18 holes with golf car for only $1,500. What a great way to entertain your clients, customers, or employees. Cherokee also offers memberships for swimming and indoor and outdoor tennis. And the public is welcome to use the driving range, restaurant, banquet facilities, and you can book a wedding there. For more information, call 249-1000 or visit the website at CherokeeCountryClub.net.
It's time to play the University Wisconsin Golf Course University Ridge. Brand new bunkers and subtle design changes have only added to the excellent value of University Ridge, making it one of the best deals in the Midwest. The proud host of the American Family Insurance Championship is open to the public and one of the only PGA Tour Champion facilities that you can play for under $100. For rate information and to reserve a tee time, check out universityridge.com. Play where the Badgers and the pros play, University Ridge.
We're back on Talking Golf on the Golf Effect Radio Network. If you heard the commercials, you heard UW Ridge. We've had 50 passes for UW Ridge. The money that when you buy the passes comes to the Golf Effect for our charity. All of the UW Ridge passes are gone for this year. There are some left for Wild Rock. And Wild Rock, quite frankly, is going to be busy in the month of September. However, October and on, there's still some passes for Wild Rock in the Dells. All you got to do is go to the golfeffect.org website. On there, it will say passes. Go to Wild Rock, and you pay for them through PayPal. They're $50, including golf car, and the money comes to the charity. And there's about 15 to maybe 18 passes left, and then when they're gone, then they're all sold out for the year. Tiz, we really don't talk about this that much throughout the year, but the Golf Effect, we started this, Steve, you and I, 6 years ago,
right,
and it was meant for charity. And over the years, more than 30 different organizations have been helped. And I guess leading the way, Alzheimer's, Birdies, we've helped raise over $120,000 the last couple of years. And that's kind of why we do this thing.
It is the reason, and that's why we started. How can we do this and become more involved in some of these worthwhile projects that we think are good, but really are good, And I just got a phone call from, can you remember we did the program with Johnny Udelofen and the Kate thing? Well, when they first started, I think they raised 20,000, and we got involved with them here, and it jumped to like 40 or 45. This year was almost 80 in stuff that we're able to do to help people, give them a megaphone, a platform to work on, and all the things that we think about with the learning disabilities, on and on. So for me personally, very great. It's been great that we get our help from the tickets and from sponsors and certainly from the AmFam tournament, so that we're able to take care of these places much like they are.
Well, and hopefully we'll continue to be involved in the Birdies. That decision, of course, is up to the foundation and American Family Insurance.
But we got it going.
And there's a new one on the horizon that we're thinking about right now, and that's the Madison Senior Center.
Very, very, very good. It's near and dear to what we're doing. Being that you and I are not quite seniors yet, that'd be pretty good. But I know that it's a city organization. It's a city sponsor group, and in a recreation facility like what we have here, we're able to go ahead now and to provide some programming for that group, programming as in pickleball, as in tennis, as in golf, and give something here that Cherokee can give as a whole, the club members and the like, and provide that programming for these people to even, we're showing more of that interest in the seniors that are coming up.
Because one of their main thrusts or points of interest is keeping seniors active.
Well, that's a big item,
Sure.
I mean, I see it all the time. We have a number of them here, and I see them every day. I see what they're doing. I listen to their questions. They're really into golf. It's surprising how many of these seniors still walk here and staying in shape beside using golf. So it's a special deal. Like I said, we're almost there, seniors. So what we can do for our generation.
Well, I've got about 4 more years before you get there. So when you get there, you let me know, and then I got about 4 more years.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there.
We'll be back to close it out this season of Talking Golf right after this time out on the Golf Effect Radio Network.
This brown bag lunch, this staycation, this do-it-yourself oil change, this second shift at work. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your first home a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it for home, auto, life, and business. Visit amfam.com to learn more. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Okay. Hi, this is Pat Richter. Oak Park Place offers a lifestyle centered around activities you enjoy, all with neighbors that become like family. Whether choosing to make assisted living or memory care home, you'll find independence when you want it, assistance when you need it. Oak Park Place. Our Wauwatosa community is located just off the expressway. For more information, call 414-292-0398. Our Oak Creek facility is scheduled to open in the fall. Visit oakparkplace.com to learn more.
Wild Rock is Wisconsin's best-kept secret in golf. Just a short trip to the Dells, Wild Rock will have you feeling miles from anywhere with a secluded and scenic yet challenging golf experience. For the listeners of this station, you can play Wild Rock weekdays during the summer for $79, which includes golf, lunch, and a Wild Rock hat when you book online using promo code Madison. That's right, $79 for golf, lunch, and a hat when you book online using promo code Madison at wildrockgolf.com. That's wildrockgolf.com.
At American Transmission Company, we help operate the most complex machine in the world, the grid. We know electricity is a necessity, and we help deliver it to communities that need it. We're helping build a more efficient, economical, and reliable electric system. Our ingenuity and innovation help deliver electricity that powers lives today and tomorrow. American Transmission Company, helping to keep the lights on, businesses running, and communities strong.
Driving rain, precipitation, 3 minutes. Cats and dogs. There are many names for bad weather, but to handle them, you only need one name. Mercedes-Benz with 4MATIC permanent all-wheel drive. 4MATIC all-wheel drive enables better traction, giving you more certainty to negotiate surprises. So whether you're navigating slippery wet pavement or tricky off-road puddles, it helps give you more confidence in a thunderstorm, a deluge, wet stuff. 4MATIC all-wheel drive is available on more Mercedes-Benz models than ever before. Get the 2019 GLC 300 4MATIC starting at just $42,700. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
MSRP for a 2019 GLC 300 4MATIC excludes all options, taxes, title, registration, transportation charge, and dealer prep. Options, model availability, and actual dealer price may vary. Always drive carefully, consistent with conditions. See dealer for details.
Test drive the Mercedes-Benz 4MATIC at Zimbrick European on Rimrock Road off the Beltline, or shop ZimbrickEuropean.com.
Hi, this is Dave Gary with the Princeton Clubs. A great round of golf requires the right club at the right time. Here in Wisconsin, the Princeton Club is the right club at the right time. If you want to improve your game, give us a call for custom golf fitness programs, or better yet, try us free during our open house going on now at all our award-winning Princeton Club locations. We work with all types of golfers to increase flexibility, core strength, stamina, and overall fitness. For more information, go to princetonclub.net.
And we're back on Talking Golf on the Golf Effect Radio Network. Talking about Cherokee Country Club, where we've been all year. Tiz, you put a lot of improvements into Cherokee. You got a minute to kind of give us the synopsis, including what people are enjoying, and that's the patio.
Yeah, they're really liking that. It was something that's been on the agenda for a while, and we're getting to a point where these improvements are nice to make, but the building was old, so we improved a number of things: bathrooms, the sports lounge, the pool, and then the outdoor facility that we made. And there's more to come as we go.
You're working on the golf course too.
Oh, golf course, big time. Yeah, it needs that, especially what shows up when you have the rain. Everybody was affected by that. Us less than a lot of others. However, continuing. Making those improvements.
And this fall, there may be some tree cutters coming in here, huh?
Yeah, we are suffering from that birch borer, the borer disease. And so there's about 100 and some odd trees that are going to disappear. But then again, there's so many, it's going to be okay, because that makes it a lot easier for you guys.
That's a plus.
Who can play. The only thing about it, though, is that there'll be more balls in the water now, because the trees are stopping the balls from going in there.
He's always got an answer, doesn't he? I tell you what. Well, it's been a lot of fun, and it's hard to believe, but the season's over already.
For us here, but we got fall time yet,
We should say a special thank you to a couple of guys.
You can say it. I'm not going to say it.
To Kevin Ryan and Dave McCann, because you hear us talk about them. They're behind the scenes here. But without those two guys, this thing don't work, huh?
Well, it's great. It's become more of a team effect, different than we had before. And it's been really good. And, when you have members that are involved, supporting what you're doing is a big item.
And thanks to UW Ridge, Wild Rock, American Family Insurance, American Transmission Company, Oak Park Place, the Princeton Club, and Zimbrick Mercedes-Benz, our primary sponsors for the show. So for the last time, for Dave McCann, for Kevin Ryan, for Dennis Tiziani, Paul Brown, thank you very much. And we've enjoyed the last 18 weeks, and hopefully we'll be back again next April.
Not hopefully.
And do it one more time.
No,
Ryder Cup year should be an interesting year.
Yeah, it'd be good for us. We got a special guest, too.
In the meantime, hit them straight, keep the head down, and enjoy your game. And from Cherokee and Madison, from all of us here, thank you very much for joining us this season on Talking Golf on the Golf Effect Radio Network.
Thank you. Have a good night.